What's going on, fish fam? Those of y'all new to the channel here, my name is Austin, and this is Fintastic Freaks, and this behind me here is Fish Freaks, an awesome fish store located in none other than Omaha, Nebraska. Today, actually, is a special day here at Fish Freaks. They're celebrating their 15th anniversary of business. It's been a staple of the fish community here, not really in just Omaha, but one of the staples in the Midwest, quite frankly. And don't get it mixed. There are plenty of great fish stores here in the Omaha area, but today we're gonna do a little store tour, and today show you a reason why I nicknamed Fish Freaks here the source of the madness. But of course, everything related to that and that we want to see is through those doors. So let's go in there. And the second level of doors are already open for us, and this is the main part of the store by itself. Yes. Tanks galore, rimless, mostly rimless at this part here. Got some other aquarium supplies in those cases over there. Back here, some wood pieces, some fake plant decor up there as well. Over here is all the frozen foods and such. Krill, squid, stuff for your freshwater fish, saltwater fish, whatever you want. Slates, cubes, however you want it. Got all sorts of packaging, including way in the back there, some krill. I'll need to grab some of that there. They have already sold out of half clams, but they usually have huge, like almost pound-like bags back there. And then over here is a little lounge area. I got the TV off today, but got a big old fish bowl here. This big old fish bowl is 25 gallons, guys. And they just have it loaded up with all the endlers. Look at all that color swimming around in there. Is that not pretty? And as you stare at that 25-gallon bowl, you can look at more rimless tanks and some smaller tanks here to tempt you a little bit if you so choose. Back over by the doors, you got all your salt here. So if you want a marine tank or a brackish aquarium, if you want, this stuff will work for that as well. Got a few options there. And then over here, whole bunch of supplies over here, from some wave makers, power heads, some pumps, among other things, reef LEDs, more pumps, some Neptune system stuff here as well, from heaters, among other deals, analyzers. And next to all that equipment, we have the beta shelves. 3 levels of 1-gallon tank each, some of which we got a black crown tail here. That gold half moon, look at this beauty. What a beautiful beta. Over here, a mustard gas somewhere. Oh, there we go, hiding behind the text there.
Full-size nets.
More mustard gas. Round tail red star, that's a beauty.
Lots of raffles. Everything on these tables are all raffles.
Oh, and speaking of beauties, this one might be my favorite one in here yet. Here we got a marble blue beta. Wish he would come this way here. Don't be camera shy. Down here we got a Dumbo ear. There's a koi round tail. Rose tail somewhere in there. Might be behind the sponge filter. Maybe. Another Dumbo here. Another blue marble. Look at that beauty. Those blue marbles are pretty. And then more koi round tails, crown tails, and half moons down there. While Fish Freaks has a lot of equipment and rock here. Got some Marco rock in these 2 bins here. They also have some Fluval flexes here. 32.5-gallon tank right there. And they always tell you what it's all included with it. And as cool as it is to see all this equipment and all the options here that you see in the main part of the store here, got some lids up there as well. But one of the other cool parts here of Fish Freaks is seeing their show tanks, where we have 3 of them actually right here. The first one, well, you don't have to look very long to see what the centerpiece fish is here. This is kind of one of their main fish here. This is Elvira, their fire eel. And these display tanks, all the fish are just for show. None of them are for sale, which I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to get rid of those clown loaches either. And especially not Elvira. She is pretty magnificent. Got some large Congo tetras back there too. Their aquascapes here in their show tanks too are pretty sweet here. Got some saltwater tank over here with some corals and such. Very, very nice, of course. Holy, now that is a showpiece. On top of a nice show tank. And though I know I just said most show tanks are full of fish that are not for sale, this is actually one exception. They have 2 Matoro stingrays in here. They don't have a price on it because this is a store that is very particular to make absolutely sure that their fish go to a proper home. And Matoro stingrays, especially at the size that they grow, this is one of the fish that they are very particular with who they go with, which personally I think is very nice to see. It's awesome to make sure, it's awesome to see that a store here wants to make sure that, you know, they don't just make a sale, but the creatures go to a proper home that can give them what they need. Tell you what, guys, if we can hurry up and maybe finish up Finley's tank here, which I do have a video coming up on here soon too. We're making a little progress on that. Might have to think about maybe building a tank for these two if they're here too much longer, right? How about this? This little cube here next to this big 300-gallon Matoro stingray tank. But over here got some, looks like maybe endlers, I'm not quite sure what those are, but we got some plecos in here. Looks like some lemon plecos, perhaps. Got some shrimps down there, along with a little baby pleco right there. Look at that, right on the front there. Cute little fella. Some snails as well. We got a frog just kind of chilling there, down there. It looks like it might be an African dwarf clawed frog. Looking back on this shelf, got some live substrates here with some like pH checkers, air diffusers, bubble counters, stuff for like CO2, if you want to get technical with the plants. Got some low boys still in their boxes here. Don't see those everywhere. And over here some jugs if you want to buy some RO water. Overstock on some canister filters and tanks. Lids over there. Around the corner, past the checkout table with some of our friendly fish folk over there. We come down to this aisle with all the tanks and fluval filters. A little aisle I like to call the Aisle of Temptation. All the tanks, little wood pieces, such as this one. Actually, that whole piece for about $49.50, that's actually not terrible. I might have to think about that, guys. Got a smaller tank, they got you there, some pieces there. They kind of got little wood pieces all over. 88-gallon tank combo here. You get the tank, the stand, the lids, the FX4, everything you need to set it up, all right there. They'll give you those little combo deals. Some more over there as well. Or if you just want to buy a tank ensemble like the tank, the canopy, the stand, you can do that too. Looks like somebody already bought that 125, but not to worry, there's a reef ready 125 down there with your name on it if you want it. 40 breeder, y'all know that's one of my favorite sizes. 75, 120, a 90, a 55, and a couple more 10s over here. They sometimes do have bigger. I've sometimes seen them have as much as like 180, some 200 plus gallons over here. Even once a 300 back when they were being made. They every once in a while still sneak something special along this aisle here. That's why I call it the Aisle of Temptation. On the other side of the Aisle of Temptation, we got more show tanks. And this right here is probably one of my favorite ones. The Jungle Val, the Creps, the Anubiuses. I believe that's a sort of some sort like right back here by that amazing angelfish. Looks like a blue Philippine perhaps. Got some discus up here. Various angels with the woods, the rocks. That, guys, is a show tank. We got another saltwater tank right over here. All the fish in this one, as well as the one we just saw a moment ago, are not for sale, but man, look at all of them swim with all those huge corals in there, right? That is amazing, is it not? Some clownfish. That's a colorful fellow right there. And then right across the way, we got another tank over here with some gouramis. Looks like some pearl gouramis, maybe those are gold or honeys, one of the two there. Not fully sure, I sometimes mix up the two. And just the different color of plants, look at that. The greens, the light, well, different shades of green, the yellows, the pinks, and then mix it with the substrate and the rock. Something that is just cool about some of these fish stores here is that, you know, when they have show tanks that inspire you like that, you know you're at a good place. Along with all those show tanks and the rest of this Isle of Temptation comes the biggest temptation of all. And that, of course, is the fish room back here. And let me tell you guys, this fish room is quite spectacular. This whole side over there is all freshwater, and that whole side over there is saltwater. If we showed everything on both sides here, we would be here quite a while. So let's see what some of the highlights are over on the freshwater side first, shall we? Some cichlids in these 125s. More down here. I might have to give cichlids another try at some point, guys. I've been thinking about it for a while. I might have a decent sized tank opening up here too. So, thinking sometime I might need to give some cichlid a try again. Across from those cichlid tanks. Down there they keep some koi and goldfish together. Sometimes some common plecos down there as well. Right above, some silver dollars, blue acaras. Well, different kinds of silver dollars, I should say. Backtracking there a bit. Man, look at those acaras. That metallic blue is amazing, isn't it? I'm too shiny. Across the way, some peacock cichlids. Got some more down there as well. That is one thing about this store. If you are a cichlid lover, I will tell you right now, you are gonna love this store. They got way more than just cichlids, but they always have quite an impressive array of cichlids. And today is no exception. Some more peacocks there. Just look at all that color swimming in there. Amazing. Amazing. We got a brackish tank, folks. Not every day you see a brackish tank in a store. Got some monos. Pretty cool, are they not? Up above, whole bunch of assorted female cichlids. So if you want to try breeding your cichlids, here you go. You can make sure you get some females in there. I'm telling you guys, they have no shortage of cichlids around here, including angelfish. Yes, angelfish are a cichlid, to those of you that don't know, and these specifically are blue angels. Looking pretty sweet, I do say so myself. Got some Anubiuses floating on top there to also help out. They do sell the plants sometimes that they keep in these tanks as well, and they keep their tanks nice and organized here. Across the way, we got some goldfish. Assorted large goldfish, apparently. And down there, more angelfish with rainbows. Black angels, koi angels. Got some rainbow sharks in there too, as you see. Chilling out, messing around on the wood. Got some black angels in there as well. One of my favorite kinds of angels out there. Probably one of my top 5 favorite kinds of angelfish there. Black angels, just that jet black look is so cool. Whole bunch of convicts and looks like some pink Jack Dempsey's in there as well. Supposed to be a striped Raphael catfish in there. Actually, I see one right in there. Might be some hiding under that piece of wood there as well. Up above, we got some Severins, some more bandits. They say red terrors. I see a lot of clown loaches in here though too. And a couple of these tanks here are not for sale because they're temporarily holding some rainbows and grammies that are technically in that tank over there, but they recently had some babies in there a few months ago that they're trying to raise up. So they got the parents and the bigger fish out of there for right now so that they can try to raise up the fry and I would imagine try to make a little profit off that. These were some Rosalines they also had in there. For a while they were also not for sale, but looks like they're going ahead and offering them out to anyone that wants them. Buy 3, get 1 free. Those are about full-grown Rosalines too. Across the way from the Rosalines, more angels. Some medium koi angels. Look at them with all that Anubias. Those angels look amazing with all those. Might have to grab some of those Anubiases too. Those plants are looking pretty solid. Up above, you got it. More cichlids. Some blue-eye cutter cichlids apparently. Some cories down there on the substrate as well. Across the way. Ooh, man, guys, look at that pleco. I believe that's a big, oh, 2 of them. Look at that. I believe those are big old green phantoms. I got some beautiful angels in here, some gold angels, among some others in here. There is not a bad looking tank in here, guys, I'll tell you that now. Down below, some Anubias, that. Mother pots on top of it too. Don't always just sell them by the roots, they sometimes do put them in pots. Usually get about 3 or so plants per deal then, when you get them in pots here. Polar blue parrots. Those are actually kind of cool. Ooh, got some oriental swords in here. Maybe need a little bit of pruning, but for the most part, they're looking pretty solid. And we're starting to find some tetras here, as you can see. Some cories chilling out down there too. And up here, yep, more angels. Swimming around with some cardinal tetras while we're at it. Got some Java fern mats here as well. They must be treating this tank though. Whenever you see the NFS here, that means they are not for sale right now, so they must be treating these fish for something right now. Here's some younger Rosalines. We saw some bigger ones earlier, but in case you're one that's like me that likes to raise them up, here's your option here. They got some nice looking leopard angels in there with them too. And then down here we start looking at some of their planted aquariums. These 2 aquariums specifically, they put some of their more advanced plants. They put CO2 in both of these tanks. Looks like we got some Hydro Japan mats there. Sold out of Monte Carlo, I know, earlier today during the celebration. They have quite the sales going on with a lot of their plants. They've been restocking these tanks here a lot today, which is why you see some stuff floating on the top here. They have had a busy, busy day. Some Rotala indica growing in the back of this one. Up above here, got some big, beautiful discus. And some of the fish here, discus, axolotls, as well as sometimes other fish. This is a fish that if you want to adopt them here, you need to bring a water sample. They want to make sure that you are giving them appropriate water to give them optimal health. Alongside all that, we have another show tank, and this is kind of like one of their mascot fish here. Some big, amazing Frontosa, and what I believe they said is a 155-gallon bow front tank. The salt and pepper look at the sand and that Texas Holy Rock. They got some big ones in there, that's for sure. Back to the other side here quick. Got goldfish, some frog bit in here. And this here is their main planted tank. From Amazon swords, Anchorus. You see all the other stuff here. They got some water sprite back there. Looks like some jungle val in the back. But over here you can see we got some creeping Charlie, some pennywort, green hedge, hydro, water wisteria, jungle val, water sprite. This big tank is kind of where they keep some of the more simpler stuff. And though it may be simpler, it still looks quite pretty. And again, this is usually home to those bigger rainbows that we saw not too long ago. And let me tell you, when they return in here, which all their fry here is about the size of like some fully grown rummy noses or cardinals. They're definitely doing a lot better in terms of size now. Might not be too much longer, and we might see the adults get back in here before too terribly much longer. And now going down this row here quick, because we have 2 more rows of freshwater fish. We'll start with these beauties. Big old tank full of diamond tetras. Is that just not magnificent? Shiny! All those diamonds swimming together. Down below we got some danios, some kahit danios. Looks like some red honey gouramis as well. Down there we got some more danios and rainbows, as well as some female betas swimming down there. How about that? Beautiful little assortment in there. Moving along, huge group of yellow snake skin guppies. Look at all of them just swimming around in there. Looks like apparently a golden nubius nana in there as well. We also got some lace java ferns in there, as you can see. A couple of good ones right there, actually. Up above, we got some java fern mother plants, looking all lush and green, with some more angels, silver angels to be precise. How about this tank right next door? Bunch of male and female guppies all swimming around together in a 55 here. Look at all the guppies and all that color. Down below is another pretty good looking tank. There's what's all in there. Swimming around. Tell you what, there is nothing that quite swims together like tetras or some live bearers out there. Across the way from that tank, we got some of my favorite tetras in the hobby. We got some emperor tetras. Looks like we got some rams in there as well as another angelfish as well. Looks like that one's on hold. Might be going to a new home here soon. Whole bunch of lemon tetras. With some more small koi angelfish. They do like their koi angels here. I think that's like the 3rd or so tank we've seen them with. Not complaining though. Koi angels are probably another top 5 angel on my like list. Across the way, some German blues with some silver angels here. Some Java fern Windelov. I might be mispronouncing that. Those German blues though, look at those beauties. Tried German blues once upon a time, kept them for about 2 years, and unfortunately things went a little south with them as I was kind of first trying some other things outside of tetras and barbs, but might have to try them again some other time, because I tell you what, they're probably one of the top 5 fish that I want to try again here for sure. Don't get all that big, and they just have great color. Up above, looks like some rosy barbs. Above that, more peacocks. I'm telling you, these people, they love their cichlids. And if you love cichlids too, you're probably gonna love this section of the store. Oh, here we go. Up here we got some Siamese algae eaters. And this is what they'll sometimes also do with these fish. They'll tell you a little bit about them sometimes. Nice little group of them in there. Looks like they're have them in here to try to clean off one of their plants too while they're at it. Down below, here's kind of a cool one. We got a red devil Midas cichlid.
Hello, everybody.
Coming forward saying hello. How are you? Oh, you're interactive, huh? I don't want people to think I'm teasing them though, I guess, so I should probably stop that. And among all these other tanks here, if you guessed more cichlids and peacocks, you would be absolutely correct. Until you get to the very end here, and here we have a little nano tank section. Among some other things here, we got like some mosquito rasboras. They got shrimp in some of these tanks. They got rice fish down here. Get a closer look at some of these. Looks like some endlers in there. This place has got a little bit of everything. If you want some bigger fish, they got it. Looks like they got some crays in here, as well as some shrimps. Some endler guppies in there with some moss. And down here, more endlers. A little bit of everything over here, right? Oh, look at that. Those are Japan blue endlers. Kind of pretty. Yellow tiger endlers there. Let's see if we can get that to focus a little bit better. Focus. Focus. There we go. Looks like we got a pleco hanging out there on the sponge filter while we're at it. Around the corner from the nanos. If you didn't get enough freshwater tanks, well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We got one whole row more of 55 gallons, 3 stacked high. Above, whole group of neons. I personally like the cardinals a little bit better myself, but neons are nothing to sneer at. Beautiful looking fish all the same. Across the way, your glow tetras, to those of y'all into those. I know some people are not. I'm kind of in the middle myself. Below that, some cherry barbs. This section, they kind of have a little more of your traditional fish that you might see at most stores. Like down here, we got some sword tails. I think they got some platies mixed in there perhaps as well. And this is another fish that they've been very adamant about. They got some snails and axolotls here. You see a couple of bigger snails here on the ends here. Looks like they might have sold the axolotls. I don't see one anywhere on this side. Not seeing one over here either. They might have sold them. But I do see a couple over here. And the thing is, if you want to adopt the axolotl here, you do have to bring a water sample. So if you come here looking for an axolotl, make sure to bring a water sample with you. See up here, we got some Buenos Aires tetras mixed in, looks like with some green tiger and typical tiger barbs as well. Looks like we got a glow rainbow shark in there as well. Again, I know some people are not a big fan of the glow fish in general, regardless of what it is, but gotta say, that is a pretty looking one. Oh, looks like they got 2 of them in there. One more of a orangish red and another one that's kind of pinkish. Those 2 are beauties. Hey! Over here is, where they would have pea puffers, but it is quite the popular fish here. Sold out. No pea puffers. And over here, ooh man, look at all of these guys. I believe those must be the candy cane tetras. You can kind of see why. They got little hints of red in them with some white in their fins. I can see the candy cane name. Got some guppy pairs as well as some long fin white cloud minnows, apparently. And some assassin snails mixed in there somewhere that are probably blending in with the rock. And while I've been talking about top 5 angelfish, this is probably one of my top 5 favorite tetras, along with the emperors we saw earlier. Got some serpe tetras up here. A little black and white in their fins with some hints of red. Looking very nice. This one's currently not for sale. We got some sword tails in here. That one's got a pretty good sword tail going on right now. And down below, we got some black skirt tetras. Whole load of them swimming around there. Looks like we got some silver tip tetras among some other things in there swimming around. Down below, some more female betas, among other things that you see listed there. Below, we got some gouramis, among others. Some killifish, flying foxes in here as well. More snails. Couple of clown plecos chilling under the sponge filter. A few of them actually. I see one on the glass over there now too. Below that, looks like some ram's horn snails are starting to flourish here. More Anubias bacteri are swimming in there with some ghost shrimp and dwarf frogs. Down here, some green neon tetras. See if they can maybe swim towards the middle. There you go, guys. Yeah, there you go. Get away from those letters. We want to see you guys. We don't want to see the letters all the time, right? Neon tetras, regardless if it's the black, your typicals, the greens here. They're pretty cool fish. Very, very pretty. Assorted platies. Swimming with some white cloud mountain minnows. Down below, probably one of my favorite fish here that are, well, and not one of the tetra or angelfish categories, although I guess they're similar to a tetra. We got some Harlequin rasboras. Another fish that kind of grows similar size to like some of your tetras, like say a cardinal or a neon here. Usually get along with both there as well, or at least having in my experiences. Whole group of them in there. Kind of interested to see what those striped guys there are. Those are pretty cool. There's what's all going on there. So must be maybe one of those gold barbs then, I would imagine. And the final one we got here in the freshwater section is down here. Got some hill stream loaches hanging out on the glass. Some ember tetras swimming around in there. Looks like they must have sold most of the cories. Another hill stream loach just chilling right there.
Bye, have a great time.
And there he goes. Joey, just kind of introduce and what's some of the main things that you and some of the employees here do, you know, to keep the store as nice as it is here?
Absolutely. So I'm Joey. I've been here for 100,000 years. It's true. Katie and I are the primary people who order all of your freshwater livestock and all of your freshwater plants. So we both kind of started out as like your token plant girls, and it's really morphed into the place where we're at now, where we are pretty much the only folks who do any ordering on the freshwater side as far as livestock goes. So that's been really, really awesome to get the opportunity to do that and kind of shape a little bit of the livestock that the store has. We both have several display tanks that we maintain. My little bribe to come work here was getting to aquascape a 93-gallon cube, and so I've maintained that tank for the past 6 years, and that's been really wonderful. Outside of that, there is a 200-gallon deep dimension with a couple of eels and some South Americans in it that's really fun. I take care of that guy, and some small nano tanks around the counters that I just really enjoy. Nano tanks are probably like my one true love, so that's been really awesome.
Yeah, needless to say, guys, quite the freshwater selection. But if you're not so much on the freshwater side, they do have saltwater here as well, which I must admit I am not as knowledgeable on. But, I mean, it'd be a disservice to this store if we didn't check out what they have, right? They got a couple of 125s to house some of their saltwater fish there as well. They, for the longest time, used to have a dragon eel in here. Now it looks like they got a mystery wrasse in there. Over here, we, looks like got a butterfly in there. That perhaps might be the snapper. I'm not sure. That looks like the large blonde tang. Well, live rock. And here is another one of their saltwater show tanks. And this one might be my favorite, guys. I am no expert on corals, but I don't need to be to know that that looks very impressive. Not sure about many of the fish in here. I know we got the blue hippo tang. Kids refer to as Dory, of course. Looks like we got some little fry swimming in there too. Well, not so much fry, but some juveniles as well. Of some sort there. Man, just those corals though. Aren't those just awesome looking? It's almost like looking at like a little piece of the ocean, right? For the saltwater, it's the 2 levels here. Down below, they got all sumps, so we're gonna skip those down there because, well, not a whole lot to see. But before we even check those, you'll see, yeah, they do sell some used tanks as well. Some rimless. Got a, I believe they got a canopy top for this somewhere too. I might be wrong on that, but they're the 75 setup. 65 setup with the heater, stand, and canopy. And across the way, little beauty swimming around in there.
Yeah, it's been crazy all day. It's now finally starting to be manageable, but...
Looks like back there maybe an interpreter. You got an angel of some sort back there. I wish he'd come this way. Or she, I don't know. They got a breeder box in here. They got some younger fish in here, but nothing. Actually, they do have something swimming in there. Oh, looks like that's a damsel of some sort. I see we got a, is that a Kupang damsel or a 3-striped damsel? That looks like that would be the 3-striped damsel. Looks like someone might have been naughty and got put in fishy prison. A nice looking flame angel down there. Clownfish chilling in that pipe, and way in the back there you can see it, a very young longhorn cowfish. Don't see those often. A couple clownfish trying to hang out and hide up here in the corner. Now that the camera's on them, they seem a little more social. Looks like we got some pajama cardinals in here. One there, another one kind of by those rocks. Among some others in there. My wife and I are having disagreements on what clownfish that I may eventually try later. This up here, guys, is her favorite. We got some maroon clowns up in here. Gold stripe maroons, and not just gold stripe maroon clowns. They are a pair, as you see. Very interesting. Nothing else in here with them by the looks of it. Here we go. Down here we got some peppermint hogfish. Some fish down here that look a little familiar. Fairy wrasse. Supposedly some sleeper gobies in here somewhere. Over here though, I see some blennies. Lawnmower blennies perhaps? What we see there. Back over here, looks like we got some more clowns. Maybe some oscillarises? Probably not. That one might be an oscillaris. I'm not sure if that one would be. Got a couple more pajama cardinals in here as well. Down below, looks like we got some shrimp in here. there's what's all in there for you. You kind of get a little bit of a overview or overall side view. More clowns. Ooh, look at that. I believe that's a diamond goby. Going around cleaning the rocks. And here we go, that might be the wrasse right there. Those two fish almost look like ghosts, don't they? Mostly white with a little bit of black. Kind of a cool combination though. A lot of clownfish, that's for sure. But I guess that's to be expected because of all the saltwater fish, it's probably one of the most popular, if not the most popular, right? Down here got some corals and some coral frags as well. Another cleaner shrimp doing his business there. We got another saltwater show tank. Blue hippo tang and a butterfly of some sort. Got a blue hippo tang. Another butterfly in here with some anemones.
Okay, don't hurt yourself.
Whatever the plural form of an enemy is. And one of these days, guys, I need to talk to store owner. I want to bring that tank home someday. It does need resealed, but it's a 150-gallon cube tank. And just imagine the possibilities we could do with this beauty. That is the glory of the fish room, but we have just a couple more things here to show. Whole bunch of sea chem products over here from potassium, whole bunch of stuff to help out with the plants and such. They got prime and stability over there. And to those of you saltwater folks, they got your sea chem needs there as well as some other brands around here. And if you need to make a tank divider, they sell these as well. And no good fish store would be complete without some aquarium co-op products. They got a couple more surrounded throughout the store here. But they got the algae scrubbers and algae planter. They also have some aquarium co-op sponge filters on the other side of this wall here. Little nano show tank here with some shrimps. Nice looking moss there. And over here we got the final show tank. It's another saltwater tank. And over here is the dragon eel that I mentioned earlier. Tried to sell him for a while and in the end, moved him on over here to this big old tank. And as cool as that dragon eel is, this is my favorite right here.
Hello!
The friendly little porcupine puffer. One day I will get a saltwater tank, and one day I will get one of those. Because how can you say no to a face like that? This here, ladies and gentlemen, this is the master of the store, or the boss, or in some
something, all right.
or in some cases the ringleader, maybe.
Well, some things depends on who you ask. Yes, these guys. It's a different story.
Over there, another one of the longtime employees as well, Katie. Down this aisle, for those of you aquascaping folk, we got more fake plants down here. Gravel, even the colored gravel, to those of you that are into that. Over here we have a little more of the natural substrates down there. As well as some of the rocks and such. I want a rock! They charge you by the pound here. It all depends on what kind of rock you get. And the higher shelf here, got some live rock, but mostly up here, it's all about the woods. Got to show this down here. That's my favorite kind of stone down there, is the dragon stone. It just sounds cool too, doesn't it? Dragon stone. Some lace rock, Texas holy rock. Actually, that's lace rock. That, I forget what that's called. But different kind of rock. And then you got your Malaysian woods. All sorts of different sizes on there, which of course helps vary the price. Got your siphons, algae scrubbers, then all sorts of heaters and fish nets. And if you're one that's got like some particular corals or sensitive ones or ones that may sting, got little claws to help you move those to keep your hand safe. Titanium heaters and Provacs, more heaters, and then all your flake and pellet foods to cap it off. And if you like the place so much, they even have a t-shirt. As you can see, yes, this place has, in terms of equipment and fish, tanks, you name it, it's got a little bit of everything that any fish enthusiast would want. And that, Fish Fam, is Fish Freaks. Again, located in Omaha, Nebraska. If you are in the area, I cannot recommend this place enough. I mean, you saw it in this video. It's literally got a little bit of everything. If you like this little fish store tour, give it a thumbs up. It helps out this place, giving a little recognition, and of course helps out my channel as well here. Both are greatly appreciated. Let me know in the comments below, what's the favorite thing you saw here at the store here? Maybe you learned something new or saw some fish that you like here. Let me know. And if you're new here, have not done so already, consider clicking that subscribe button as well as the little bell right next to it to keep yourself in the loop with everything I do here on this channel. More fish store visits will be definitely coming here in the future. I mean, we've only seen a few here in town. We got a few more to see here yet. Got some fish room projects coming up that I hope you choose to follow along to. As always, thank you all for the support and watching this video. A special thank you to all my channel moderators and my channel members. Big special thank you to all of you. I will see you all in the next video, Fish Fam. As always, stay fantastic.